Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Thank you for joining another video here on Factor of Games. Today, we're going to take a look at a channel favorite, which is No Man's Sky. We've played so much of this game on the different devices, from Steam Deck to, Legion Go to ROG Ally and all the other ones. Now we're going to actually take a look at it running max on a RTX 4090 gaming PC rig. Now, this is fairly beefy. It's got like a 14900 series i9 processor, Intel processor, 128 gigs of RAM, and RTX 490. So this is probably like a high-end rig this is probably like where the cap is going to be for most people. So we're going to take a look at what No Man's Sky, with all of its new updates, especially the Worlds, I think it's part 1 or Worlds 1.0, whatever they're saying it is, update where they went in and refactored the kind of environmental effects like rain, wind, water, clouds, stuff like that, right? So that's really the overhaul that they've done on the game for this patch, right? So let's go ahead and jump in, and we are going to use controller on this. You can see the RTX 490 performance overlay in the upper left-hand corner on your screen. I believe it'd be on your left. And we're going to be able to see, kind of what the performance is. Now, you won't see it go above 60 frames per second. That's just the limitation to what the capture card does. It is going to be in 4K, but the game can run. It does have DLSS. It has frame generation, so it can run well into that 144 frames per second range on a card like this, in that sense. So maybe even 120 frames, if you were playing more on a console version of it, like the PS5. So let's take a look at these settings. Everything is kind of set to high. You got 4K, triple buffered, max FPS, but we're not going to have to worry about that here. Everything is set to ultra. You can see that. Your anisotropic filtering is 16. GTAO, which I believe is ground truth ambient occlusion for light and stuff like that, is set to ultra. It does have the NVIDIA reflex low latency turned on. DLSS is on, which is set to quality. I will put frame generation on. We'll just run with all the capabilities. And HDR says 1000, but we don't have HDR enabled right now, so just for the video. And then motion blur set to 0, because nobody likes that. No. And we'll just go with a creative load that I've got here and be able to check out what the game looks like. Now, if you don't know the sword story of No Man's Sky, which is not a bad one, but initially when it launched in 2016, it was kind of billed as this great universal survival simulator that you can just fly everywhere, in and out of planets. There's no loading. You just fly onto the planet, you take off, you go to the next planet, you warp to another solar system. Whoa, what is going on here? We are falling endlessly for some reason. Is the whole world a water planet? Or are we in a sandstorm? I think we're in a... No, we're under... Are we underwater, or are we in a sandstorm? I think we're in a sandstorm. Yeah, we're super hot. You can see like the little heat waves and stuff like that. So we better get in our ship for the time being. I just didn't understand what was happening there. We were kind of dropped in and I didn't know what was going on. Oops, we're going to jump over this. Now you can see they did add jetpacks into it. They added all sorts of things over expansions, but initially the game was fairly basic in the sense. You could fly in and off planets and all that type of stuff, which was fantastic and completely amazing. The storm's clearing. Good. Now we may be able to go back outside. But when the game launched, it really didn't have that... It didn't look great, right, in that sense. Maybe it was the technology at the time. Whatever the case may be, it didn't look like what they had initially shown. And there's a whole big meme about like Jurassic Park song and an accordion and like a dinosaur looking thing that looked like it was from 16-bit era. Not that bad, but close, like 32-bit, right? And it really got razzed for that. But now it's totally different. The game has really come into what people wanted, what people were expecting. It looks beautiful. Sean Murray and the team have just completely went above and beyond, and they never charged for any of these updates. You can see this beautiful water now. the environmental effects. It does look really nice. All of the updates that they've done. Let's see, I think we've got our scanners, all that stuff. Let's see, can we use our jetpack? I think we can when we're going. There we go. We can get to a little bit deeper water here. There we go. Let's go under a little bit deeper. Now, you can build environmental building, well, not in the different environments. Like underwater, you can build certain types of structures. Above water, you can build different types of structures. You have land vehicles now. All of this stuff was added in after the game launched, like well after, years after it. And now they have multiplayer. They even have VR. If you want to play in VR, it looks beautiful. It's quite an experience. And I believe the game, like I said, I think it's on sale for $23.99 on most platforms. So you should be able to get into it fairly cheap. Here's one of the little critters we can offer it food. Now it's become a friend. We can have it as a companion. We can harvest nectar from it. We can actually ride this one. So let's get some nectar. And let's take a ride on our new pet. He looks a little small. Not as nice as the flying ones or the big ones like that. Now the game originally was only first person too, so we have the ability to play in third person, which is kind of a nice capability as well. Let's go ahead and jump off our buddy there. He can go on his merry way. But yeah, you can see kind of the water effects are in play. We can summon vehicles, I think. Let's just summon a vehicle real fast. I think we may have to lay one down, though, if I'm not mistaken. Because we're in creative. So we can throw this, like, little buggy. Whoops. Throw the little buggy down. Give me 1 sec. There we go. And you can see we even have the ability to do terraforming, because this kind of just dropped into terra. It just kind of moved the actual land. It just kind of, like, took things out. You can add in, you can make mountains. But yeah, this is just like a little car you can hop in. You can even go third party or third person, I think, in these vehicles as well. If we go into here, I believe we can toggle that. So you can do this for your starship as well, your spaceship. But this is just a different way to get around. You can make a submarine that you can actually get into the water with. Like, there are so many just capabilities, and even these creatures I'm trying to monster truck over. You can create your own cave systems. You can find cave systems, harvest resources, things like that. So let's get out of our buggy here and get into our Radiant Pillar spaceship. Now this is kind of your starter ship, but you can upgrade these. And let's get off the planet here. So we'll just kind of head out. And this is seamless. You can just go straight out of it. Let's throw up our... See if we can throw up our actual performance data. Here we go. Oh, I guess it is going up into the 140 frames per second. There we go, 144. But truly, it's only capturing at 60, so you're not going to see anything more than 60 frames per second on YouTube. But now we're in outer space. You can kind of see, we can look back down on the planet. That's where we came from. Just the lens flares. Check that out. Let's see if we can get one back here again. Just amazing looking. Other planets in this solar system. There's also a space station usually, which we'd have to maybe go look for. You can see other freighters and other stuff flying around. You could even find your other buddies. Like if you bring them into co-op, they're going to be there as well. So again, the game is just pretty amazing. This is the galaxy map. So we can kind of back out and we can actually go to a totally separate galaxy. Let's see. We'll go to... What is it? And Aldu 16, I think. So let's head there. So in this sense, we're just going to take off. We're going to fly. This is all kind of like a loading screen. There are loading screens, even though it says like, oh, there's no loading. This is a loading screen. But you just drop into the next galaxy system here. You can see we're right by one of the space stations. They did an overhaul for all the space stations as well. Let's kind of just go in here and check that out real fast. We'll just kind of fly right in. If we can. Arrival time. There we go. Kind of tractor beams you in. But yeah, you can land in here. You can do your trading. You can get rid of resources. Buy new stuff. Buy new ships. If you want it like that as well, you can jump out. There's no like, oh, you have to like just go into a text menu or anything like that. No, you can run around in here all you want. There's GLaDOS. I don't think so, but it looks like her. And yeah, you can just kind of see all sorts of stuff. You can even get, I believe, ways to like jump into here from like your bases if you want to like set this station as like a specific one you want to come to. I think you go to this and you have to set a wormhole on the other side at your base station, and you can just pop in and out. The teleporter, I guess is what they call it. I don't think I have any set up, but you can go to other bases or other space stations, I guess. So this would be another one, but you can do all your trading. We can even fly up there real fast. You can see all the different alien types. The more you go through the campaign, the more knowledge you get of their language, and you can hear like different things, interact with different alien types. Here you can purchase upgrades. We're not going to buy anything, but it's available if you want. Different areas you can check out. But yeah, let's go ahead and head out of here. We're going to look at maybe one more planet, and then we'll call it pretty good. I mean, there's so much content in this game now, especially if you get into like the VR side as well. It just is mind-blowing, all the work that they put into the game. It is. They've went far above and beyond what they ever promised, and I think it's just at this point, if they were to charge for the next expansion, I'd be happy to pay for it. I mean, they've given so much content. Here's those are just asteroids. Usually you can find big freighters, stuff like that. Here's an asteroid field you can mine for resources in there. Bigger freighters and things like that you can even go up to and dock with. Sometimes you get into fights. It happens. Let's see, what else do we got here? There's another planet on the back. We're just scanning them to kind of see what they... Oh, here we go. Here's some freighters that just appeared. Let's see if we can go up here and check out any of those. That might be something different to take a look at. And essentially they're just... You can even buy these if you want. You can own these as well. I think we can dock with any of them. Maybe not. They're not attacking me, so I think that's a good sign. Yep, let's find our way up over this thing. Oh, there we go. There we go. There's a freighter. That might be the main one right there. Maybe not all of them can be docked with. Let's see if we can find this. I thought we could enter it. Yeah, there it is. There we go. We're just going to go aboard another ship. That, again, is a place where you can find different resources, stuff like that. You can get out of it. You could even own one of these if you wanted. We'll just kind of work our way up and go up to the main deck here. The command center. These were added in as well. I mean, it's just really been a game of overhauling and just updates galore. But yeah, here might be the head of the ship that you can talk to. There's certain ones you can interact with. There we go. Just disappear, go into a different part of the bay. It's a quick way to get in and out. I think our ship is somewhere around here. These are some of the different types of ships you could end up buying if you wanted to. You can take a look at it. It's unoccupied. Locate the pilot to begin the trade. So if you want to get a hold of the ship, you can work with them. Is this the pilot? See, it's hard to understand what they're saying right now. Offer to trade. Make an offer on the light form ship. I don't think we can buy it, though. Exchange. I don't think we have enough units. Yeah, see, they're pretty expensive. Let's go ahead and decline. We'll just go back to our ship, which I think is over in this area. Maybe on the opposite area. Maybe over there it is. The indicator, you can see it kind of up on the top where your ship is at. Usually shows up. There we go. Let's go ahead and undock from this. Start up our engines and we'll get out of here. And then you can just go straight to another planet. We just have to find it first. Where's our planets at? There we go. There's one. Now, you can also do the... I believe it's this button here. You can also go in and you can change your camera view for this in your ship even. So you can see what we're looking at now. This is an undiscovered planet. We'll just take a look and see what it is. It's a bountiful planet, so let's go there. Oh, we're too close to ships, so we've got to get past these guys. There we go. Now, when do we get our pulse engines? There we go. Nope. Oh yeah, there it is. It's weird if you're not inside the ship, you don't see the counter. So it throws me off all the time. Now let's get down to the planet. Now this is a bountiful planet. I don't know what we should be expecting, but I would take it there's going to be a lot of water. It looks like it. Is there any land? I've seen that there's a lot more like all water planets now, or majority water. I don't see any land here. But you can equip your ship with aquatic landing equipment, which I don't believe we have on right now, but we can do that quickly, I think.
Incoming storm.
And we have to get into our ship, and we need to add aquatic landing gear.
Technology installed.
And we got to install each one. Now we should be able to land on the water. There we go. Then we can get in the water and we can throw a submarine out and we can go build if we wanted to. But now we're in the water. We can go ahead and jump out. I don't even know if we're in the water. We're just kind of hovering above the water. Let's go ahead and go down here. And we'll go all the way to the bottom. If we can. And then we'll put down a submarine and kind of go cruise around in that for a second. But yeah, you have just a limited amount of things that you can do in this game. It is pretty amazing. So now that we're on the bottom here, let's go ahead and throw out a submarine. There we go. The Nautilin. There. And if you want to see what the submarine looks like inside, we can do that as well. So in VR, this looks really crazy. You're looking around, you see all the clusters. It's just a different experience, I will say that. But if we wanted to, you can even do base building. Oh, I need to back up here. Try to go above it. There we go. Now, if we wanted to... Oh, look, lightning underwater. I've never seen that. If we wanted to, we could go into our... Oh, I think it's this. I think we may have to get out to do this. So let me try that. Where's our ship? Our submarine. It might have went back to its base. When we got out. But anyhow, we don't need to worry about that. We have a spacesuit on. If we go down here and we put in a base computer, I believe that's the first component that we would need to build. So we should be able to go in, take a look at this. We'll claim a base site. So now we can build here. And yes, it is all underwater, I guess, but that's fine in the general sense. So now we've got that set up. We can start going in, and I think we can start building at this part. So we have power. So construction research unit. We need to pop one of these down. And this will do its thing. Build technologies. Oh, structures. I think this is what we want to build, is structures. Just quickly. There we go. And you can see the different type of structures that you have. You can go stone, alloy. Obviously, none of these are going to work underwater. We need to actually build something a little bit more substantial. And I believe basic construction. Maybe you can build. There it is. Alloy walls, things like that. I thought they used to have like a round. Few more research options. No, these are fine. I thought they used to have like round habitats that you could build underwater, but they may have even adjusted this to become a little bit more. Already known. Oh, here we go. Here's the biodomes and stuff like that. I was wrong. So we can kind of find a nice spot for the biodome. We still need to claim the base to be able to do this. But like if we want the biodome here, we can drop that in. We've still got our build system set up. So there's a biodome. We need a way in though. And usually that comes, I think, from the bottom on these. I'm not sure. Yeah, you can't do it from the top, but I think we should be able to drop in a door, essentially. Roofed corridor, cylindrical rooms, circular windows, large windows. Hollow door. It's a watertight door. That's what we need. There we go. We can drop that in. And now we can go into our biome under our water base. And you can just build this base out all the way up to the top of the water, whichever way you want. And this can be done on land as well with different types of structures. So obviously in creative mode, you have access to everything. So it's a little bit easier to kind of show some stuff. But in the story campaign, you open up tons of stuff and you just continue to expand what you can do. And it's a lengthy campaign, fairly long. So it's all sorts of stuff. But yeah, very fun game. Thought I'd show it on here to kind of show off like what the full potential of the game looks like. But it plays well on Steam Deck. You can get close to 60 frames per second. You can get 60-ish, 65 on the Legion Go if you put it on 1280 by 800. So it's they both work well. I think it is optimized for Steam Deck in general sense, but it will work well on the Legion Go, obviously. And that's about it. I do appreciate everybody for watching these videos. If you got something out of this, definitely click that like button. It helps get the video more visibility. Leave a comment in the comment section if you've actually tried the game, if you've played around with it, if you enjoy the game, what's the best part of it. If you hate the game, if you hate Hello Games for what they did the original year that it launched, leave that in there as well. I think everybody's got a different feeling about it, but I can say that the game blows me away. It looks better than ever, and they just continue to do all of these great updates for free, which is fantastic. And if you're new here to the channel and you haven't subscribed, consider it. Get a chance to check out like 1,000 videos I've made on 1,000 different games for the Steam Deck and the Legion Go and the ROG Ally. I went through and checked those out on those devices. Now we're starting to add in like RTX 4090 games, PS5 games. There's even been mobile games, all sorts of stuff. This is Factory of Games. It's not just one device, although we'd spent a lot of time with the Steam Deck. I think now it's going to expand out, be a little bit more varied content, a little bit different games and platforms that you can play them on. But I do appreciate everybody for hanging out. Like I said, click that subscribe button, come back, check out more of the content. Also, there's a daily poll that you can vote on, and you pick the games that go into the Saturday show, which is the weekly Factor here on Factor of Games. And we go through roughly Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday's games. So you have 5 games that we show on the Steam Deck and the Legion Go every Saturday. And then I pick one game that's either come out that week or maybe the week before that, or even like a game that's coming out in another week or so. So kind of varying content as you get here, and love the community interaction. Lots of help in the comments for each video. Lots of help on, the different chats that we do, live chat and stuff like that for the live show. So love to see you come back. Again, appreciate everything, folks. Thank you for watching. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.